The Bamboo Wealth Strategy: Building Strong Financial Roots Before Rapid Growth. A practical wealth building guide for working adults, families, and mid-career professionals. Introduction: Why some people struggle financially even after years of hard work. Many adults reach a certain stage in life where they pause and ask themselves, why am I still working so hard, yet not financially free? How have the years passed, but my finances haven't grown the way I hoped? What am I missing? This realization is common, especially among middle-aged adults. By this point in life, you may have worked for decades, raised a family or supported loved ones, paid bills, rent, mortgage, school fees, or debts, sacrificed personal dreams to survive financially, yet financial freedom still feels distant. And while some people appear to rise quickly, starting businesses, investing, or building wealth, others feel stuck in cycles of income, expenses, and stress. But here's the truth. Most people are not failing because they lack effort. They are failing because they never built roots before trying to grow. They focused on short-term comfort instead of long-term structure, income instead of financial systems, spending instead of compounding, activity instead of strategy. That is where the bamboo lesson becomes powerful. The bamboo tree shows us that the most important growth happens underground, unseen, uncelebrated, and unnoticed. It reminds us that success is not determined by how quickly we rise, but by how strong our foundation is before we rise. This book is not about chasing fast wealth. It is about building strong financial roots so that when growth finally happens, it becomes stable, sustainable, repeatable, generational. This is the Bamboo Wealth Strategy. Chapter 1: The Hidden Years, the Silent Strength of the Bamboo Tree. The bamboo tree does not behave like most plants. When a typical plant is planted in the soil, within weeks you begin to see leaves sprout above the ground. You can see progress. You can see movement. You can point to evidence. But bamboo is different. For the first 3 to 5 years, there is nothing to see above the soil. A person walking by might look at the ground and assume nothing is growing, the seed failed, the effort is wasted. But underground, something powerful is happening. The bamboo is forming a wide, interconnected root network, strong anchors that grip the soil, a foundation capable of supporting extreme height and weight. It is not idle. It is not stagnant. It is not failing. It is preparing. Why bamboo spends years underground? If the bamboo sprouted immediately without strong roots, the wind would break it, storms would destroy it, the weight of its own growth would crush it. So instead, it spends years investing in strength rather than speed. Nature is teaching us something profound. You cannot rise high until you grow deep. And when the time is right, the bamboo shoots upward at an unbelievable speed, sometimes inches per hour, sometimes several feet per day. People who once mocked the empty ground are now amazed. They call it sudden success. But the truth is, there was nothing sudden about it. The growth was simply hidden before it became visible. How this applies to wealth. In life, your years of budgeting, nights spent studying new skills, sacrifices to avoid unnecessary spending, discipline to reduce debt, patience to invest slowly, may feel invisible at first. No applause, no recognition, no visible transformation. But beneath the surface, your financial confidence strengthens, your earning capacity develops, your discipline deepens, your investment roots begin to spread. Then one day, income increases, opportunities appear, investments compound, your life stabilizes. People say, you're lucky. Life suddenly changed for you. But like the bamboo, your success was never sudden. It was rooted in years of unseen growth. That is why we must respect the root-building years, not rush them. They are not delays. They are design. Chapter 2: Understanding the root-building phase of wealth. Every strong financial future begins in silence. There is rarely applause for saying no to impulse spending, learning a difficult new skill,
paying down debt instead of buying comfort, sticking to a long-term investment plan, living below your income level, building discipline. But these actions form the financial root system that later supports higher income, investment growth, business expansion, stability and independence, intergenerational wealth. This phase is often uncomfortable. People around you may seem to be enjoying life more, vacations, fancy purchases, constant upgrades. Meanwhile, you are budgeting, planning, studying, and preparing. It may feel slow, but slow is not failure. Slow is foundational. Real life scenario, Samuel's turning point, age 45. Samuel had worked for over 20 years, yet remained paycheck to paycheck. One day he realized, I've been working hard, but not strategically. He decided the next 5 years would be his root-building phase. He reviewed all expenses and eliminated financial leaks, built an emergency fund, took professional evening courses to increase earning power, switched from impulsive purchases to intentional budgeting, began monthly contributions into diversified investments, focused on health, discipline, and personal growth. Nothing looked impressive at first, but gradually, his job opportunities improved, his confidence returned, his investments began compounding, financial stress reduced. 5 years later, his life transformed, slowly, quietly, powerfully, just like bamboo.
Chapter 3. Financial Roots, the real foundation of long-term wealth. Before money can grow, the person managing the money must grow first. Financial roots are not bank balances or material possessions. They are the structural elements that support wealth, stability, and resilience. Let us explore them in depth. Number 1. Income stability, the base of your financial ecosystem. Income is not just money coming in. It is the platform that funds your investments, the resource that supports your family, the fuel that powers every financial decision. Strong financial roots begin with stable, predictable cash flow, whether from employment, contracting or consulting, a steady business, professional services. Stability is not weakness, it is structure. A stable income allows you to plan, save, invest, grow without panic. People who chase quick money often skip this stage, and their finances collapse under pressure. Bamboo grows only when grounded, so does wealth. Number 2, skill capital, the wealth you carry inside you. Your most valuable asset is not your job title, it is your skills. Skills that increase your earning potential, create opportunities, make you marketable and relevant, allow career or business transitions. Examples: leadership and management ability, communication and negotiation, technical or digital competencies, problem-solving and strategic thinking, industry mastery. When you improve skills, you upgrade your income engine, and when your income engine improves, your wealth capacity expands. This is internal wealth, the kind no one can take from you. Number 3, cash flow management, control over your financial direction. Wealth is not about how much you earn. It is about how much you keep, direct, and multiply. Cash flow discipline means knowing exactly where your money goes, reducing leaks and impulse spending, prioritizing investments before lifestyle upgrades, aligning spending with long-term goals. It transforms your finances from accidental to intentional. Without cash flow mastery, wealth evaporates. With it, wealth compounds. Number 4, debt control, reclaiming your future from interest. Debt itself is not the enemy. Uncontrolled, high-interest, unnecessary debt is. Debt can drain your future income, create emotional stress, shrink financial freedom, delay investment opportunities. Strong financial roots require paying down bad debt strategically, avoiding lifestyle debt, using credit wisely and sparingly. Debt should never control your life. You should control it. Number 5, emergency fund, the anchor of financial stability. Life happens. Job loss, illness, emergencies, unexpected expenses. Without an emergency fund, crisis turns into financial disaster. With one, crisis becomes manageable challenge. An emergency fund is not just financial security, it is emotional stability. It buys peace.
Number 6, investment discipline, the power of compounding over time. Investing is not about excitement. It is about patience, consistency, and long-term focus. Roots grow underground before branches grow upward. Investments work the same way. Slow, silent, powerful. Over time, compounding multiplies returns. Consistency builds momentum. Patience produces wealth. Investment discipline turns time into profit. Time becomes your ally.
Number 7, wealth mindset, the inner framework that sustains success. Financial roots are not only external systems. They include self-control, delayed gratification, resilience, strategic thinking, emotional maturity toward money. Wealth collapses when mindset is weak. It expands when mindset is strong. Roots first, results later. Always. Chapter 4, the growth phase, when preparation meets opportunity. After years of building roots, a transformation begins. Income stabilizes, confidence deepens, financial clarity improves. The person you have become is now capable of handling greater responsibility, greater opportunity, and greater wealth. This is the bamboo growth phase. Growth is no longer forced. It becomes natural, accelerated, and sustainable. Real-life scenario, Tahila's expansion. Tahila, age 39, had spent years improving her leadership skills, her communication style, her professional credibility, her financial discipline. She did not rush into business. Instead, she strengthened expertise in healthcare administration, built trust and reputation, developed real competence, gained clarity and confidence. Then, quietly and carefully, she began offering consulting services part-time. No pressure, no rush, no reckless risks. Her job provided stability. Her consulting provided expansion. Her investments provided compounding. Over time, clients increased through referrals. Her income diversified. She reinvested profits into long-term assets. She created layered financial stability. To outsiders, success looked sudden, but success was structured. Her roots were ready, so her growth was unstoppable. What the growth phase feels like. Money no longer controls your emotions. Decisions become strategic, not reactive. Opportunities begin coming to you. Investments grow with momentum. You think beyond survival and begin planning legacy. Growth becomes exponential, not accidental. This is where bamboo rises. This is where wealth becomes reality.
Chapter 5. Should you quit your job or start a business? One of the biggest questions many adults face is, am I supposed to stay in my job and grow there, or step out and start a business? Society sometimes glorifies entrepreneurship as the ultimate symbol of success, but wisdom teaches that not everyone should quit their job, and not every business must be built in haste. The bamboo principle helps us understand this better. Growth should not happen before the roots are ready. Just as bamboo does not rush to the surface, your financial journey should not be driven by pressure, comparison, or impatience. Why many people fail in business? It is not because they are lazy, but because they entered without financial preparation, without skill maturity, without cash flow stability, without understanding the market. They tried to grow before forming roots. A business built on desperation instead of preparation is like bamboo growing without a root system. It collapses under the first storm. The wise path. Prepare before you leap. Before considering quitting your job, ensure you have industry knowledge, clear value and competence, financial buffers, tested demand, not just passion, emotional readiness for risk, confidence built from experience. A job can be your training environment, your financial stabilizer, your investor for future goals, your ground for skill development. When used wisely, employment is not a cage, it is a launch platform.
Real-life scenario, Michael's costly rush. Michael, age 41, left his job abruptly to follow his business dream. He had passion, but no roots. He had no emergency savings, debt commitments, limited business knowledge, weak market understanding. Within a year, his business failed. not because he lacked ambition, but because he skipped the preparation phase. Years later, Michael reflected, "If I had strengthened my skills, built savings, and tested my idea first, the outcome would have been different." The lesson? Roots first, courage later, success last. Real-life scenario, Anita's gradual transition. Anita worked in finance for 18 years. Instead of resigning immediately, she built authority in her profession, learned consulting skills, saved aggressively, built a financial cushion, tested her services part-time. Only after her consulting income became stable, she transitioned fully. Today, she runs a thriving firm, not because she took a leap, but because she prepared the ground before planting the tree. That is the bamboo way. Chapter 6. When business becomes the next stage of growth. There comes a time when growth calls for expansion, not out of frustration, but out of capacity and maturity. Entrepreneurship becomes meaningful when you have developed competence, your experience solves real problems, your network recognizes your value, your confidence is grounded, your decisions are strategic, not emotional. At this stage, business is not an escape, it is an extension of who you have become. Businesses that align with mid-career strengths. For mature professionals, the best businesses are those that leverage expertise, trust, relationships, reputation, industry knowledge. Examples include consulting or advisory services, training, coaching, or educational services, specialized contracting or freelancing, real estate management with financial planning, value-based online or service businesses.
These businesses grow gradually, sustainably, without destroying financial stability. The bamboo rule of business growth. Start small, master stability, scale when ready. Rushed businesses collapse, rooted businesses expand. Growth should feel natural, supported, and steady. That is how bamboo rises. Chapter 7. Multiple income streams, the bamboo forest effect. A single bamboo plant is strong, but a bamboo forest is powerful. Likewise, wealth becomes resilient when supported by multiple income streams. This does not mean chasing random side projects or forcing productivity until burnout. It means building purposeful, diversified cash flow channels. Why multiple income streams matter? They protect you from economic shocks, reduce financial anxiety, provide security during transitions, accelerate investment capacity, create long-term financial resilience. Instead of one income pillar, you now have a financial ecosystem. Types of sustainable income streams: primary employment or professional income, investment income, dividends, compounding assets, skill-based consulting or freelance work, business or service income, real estate cash flow, planned carefully. The goal is stability, not overload. Growth should be strategic, not stressful. Real-life scenario, Daniel's financial forest. Daniel, age 50, worked in logistics management. Over time, he built full-time salary income, small consulting work in supply chain optimization, investment income through index funds, rental income from a carefully purchased property. None of these came overnight. Each grew from patient layering over several years. Today, Daniel is no longer afraid of job loss or market change. He built a financial forest, and forests are harder to destroy than single trees. Chapter 8. The psychological strength behind wealth. Financial growth is not only external, it is internal. The bamboo mindset includes emotional discipline, patience during slow seasons, confidence without arrogance, self-control with spending, wisdom under pressure, resilience in uncertainty. Many people desire wealth, but few develop the inner stability required to sustain it. Without psychological maturity, wealth creates chaos, success becomes overwhelming, opportunities are mismanaged. Wealth is sustained not by money alone, but by character and depth. Mindset shifts that transform financial growth, from instant gratification to delayed rewards, from comparison to self-progress,
from panic decisions to strategic patience, from survival thinking to value creation, from spending for approval to building for purpose. The stronger the inner person, the stronger the financial outcomes. This is why the bamboo grows deep first. Strength is grown inside before success is shown outside. Chapter 9. The Legacy Stage, Wealth That Outlives You. True wealth is never only about the present. It is about security for loved ones, wisdom shared across generations, values that guide financial choices, assets that continue to produce, a life whose impact remains after you're gone. A bamboo forest produces new shoots long after the original roots formed. Likewise, generational wealth means teaching children financial discipline, modeling integrity and responsibility, building assets instead of liabilities, passing on principles, not just possessions. Legacy is not money alone. It is mindset plus systems plus stability. That is lasting wealth.
Chapter 10. The Bamboo Wealth Roadmap. The path is not rushed. It is intentional. Here is a practical model. Phase 1. Root building years. Focus on financial stability, skill development, discipline, debt control, savings foundation, consistent investing habits. This is the silent phase, but it is the most powerful one. Phase 2. Growth preparation years. Strengthen income potential, professional opportunities, secondary income channels, financial intelligence, investment expansion. Confidence and clarity grow deeper here. Phase 3. Expansion and scaling years. Now comes sustainable growth, business or consulting maturity, multi-stream income development, long-term investment diversification, wealth protection strategies, legacy and generational planning. Growth is now self-sustaining. You are no longer merely working for money. Your money and experience now work for you. Final reflection. Grow with purpose, not pressure. The bamboo teaches us, growth takes time. Strength comes before expansion. Silent seasons are preparation seasons. Patience produces powerful outcomes. Middle age is not a limitation. It is a powerful stage of strategic maturity and grounded wisdom. Build your roots, strengthen your structure, rise when ready. And when you grow, grow like the bamboo.